Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So the holidays are pretty much over. Today is New Year's Eve, but I don't have any plans tonight because we're just going to go to church and probably come home and eat supper. So we don't really do a lot on New Year's Eve. So for me, the holidays are pretty much over and I am working to get back on track. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but during the holidays, I tend to struggle with weight loss because I usually am off track and I don't pay attention to what I'm eating and I tend to gain weight, and that is pretty much what happened this holiday season. So I just wanted to share with you what I'm doing to get back on track and what my goals are for the new year. So the first tip that I have for getting back on track is getting into the right mindset. I feel like your mindset is a really important part of your weight loss journey because your mind really basically dictates what you do and how you think. And so if you get yourself in the right mindset of losing weight and focusing on what you're eating and what you're doing, then you're going to be successful. And for me, getting into the right mindset includes reminding myself of my goals, my whys, and just getting back into the mindset of losing weight and focusing on that. So for me, that's a lot of self talk and positive thinking. So I am reminding myself of my goals and I am reminding myself of my whys and where I want to be and how I'm going to get there. So I feel like if you get yourself in the right mindset, then that will really kickstart your weight loss and get you right where you need to be. And the second tip I have for getting back on track is to make a plan. And for me, it's very important to plan out my meals so that I know exactly what I'm going to eat every day, and that includes breakfast, lunch, supper, and some snacks. So, what I normally do is I sit down and figure out what I'm gonna have for suppers each night. And then, based on however many points I have left each day, then I plan out my breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Part of this for me is also going through my pantry and refrigerator and cleaning out any unhealthy foods that I don't want around in the house that I feel like are gonna be too tempting. And so I just throw them away. I also go get groceries to make sure that I have everything on hand that I need to follow my meal plan. I like to make sure that I have 0 point snacks on hand if I feel like I need a snack and I don't have any points left for the day. So a lot of the 0 point snacks I like to get are carrots, apples, bananas, grapes, and sometimes oranges. Pretty much any fruit or vegetable that are 0 points, I like to snack on and have on hand when I can. Another tip that I have for getting back on track is increasing water intake. For me, this is a really hard one because about a year ago, I quit drinking pop and I found myself not drinking enough since then. And so I've really been struggling with getting enough water in each day. I also find when I've been off track and been eating a lot of high sodium foods, drinking a lot of water helps me kind of get rid of those toxins and also helps me overall with getting back on track with weight loss. And so I have a water bottle that I fill up throughout the day, and I've been challenging myself to see how many times I can refill it. And my goal is to drink about 100 ounces of water a day. But so far, I've only been getting to about 50 to 60 ounces a day. So that is definitely something that I need to continue to work on, is increasing my water intake. Another tip that I have for getting back on track is exercising. So, whether you decide to go for a walk or go for a jog or just do a YouTube workout video, just whatever you can do to get yourself moving each day. Um, this year, I've been going to the gym, but I haven't been going very consistently because I don't always have somebody to watch my kids so I can go work out. And so I do have a treadmill at home that I have started using again, and I want to try to use it more consistently so that I can keep exercising, and that'll really help boost my weight loss. Another tip that I have for getting back on track is to forgive yourself for being off track and to just move forward in your journey. For me, it's really easy to beat myself up for being off track and not following my plan and gaining weight. It can be really discouraging when you are not on track and you're gaining weight. But for me, it's really important to remind myself that I am human and that I'm going to make mistakes and I'm not going to be perfect. My journey is not perfect, and that I need to just forgive myself and keep moving forward with my weight loss journey. So, those are the tips that I have for getting back on track after the holidays. And next, I'm going to just share with you what my goals are for the new year. So, 2019 was not a very good year for my weight loss journey. I actually gained weight this year, and it is very, very frustrating, very discouraging. And in the past, I probably would have already quit and just given up, but I've told myself that I am not going to give up this time. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going no matter what. No matter how long it takes, I am going to reach my weight loss goals. So, yes, it is very frustrating to have a year where I've gained and I've just not been successful. But, I have to keep trying. And so these are the goals that I have for this coming year. The first goal that I have is to be more consistent with tracking and staying within my points. This is something that I've really struggled with, and I find that if I do stay on track and I do stay within my points, then I do lose weight. But I've kind of gotten myself into a bad cycle of staying on track and losing weight and then getting off track and then gaining weight. And it's just been a vicious cycle that I've been going through all year. And I want to stop that and just be more consistent with tracking and making sure that I'm staying within my points. I know if I do that, I will lose weight. So that's something I want to be more consistent with this year. Another goal that I have for the new year is to be more consistent with exercise. This past year, I have been going to the gym, but not consistently. And so my plan is to work out on my treadmill at home for at least 6 days a week. And I feel like if I do that, it'll really boost my weight loss and will help me get to my weight loss goals. During this time of year, it is harder to get an exercise because it's winter and it's cold outside, there's snow, and so it's just really, really hard to get in exercise. I find myself getting a lot more steps in during the springtime and summer and fall because I'm outside a lot more with my kids and just moving around a lot more. So that's why it's really important for me to get into a good exercise routine where I'm consistent so I can continue on my weight loss journey. And the next goal that I have for this year is if I do go out to eat or go over my points, I'm going to just get right back on track the next meal. This is something that I have struggled with a lot. I find that if I go out to eat one night, then the next day I might go out to eat again, or I just buy a bunch of junk food and overeat, and then it's just harder and harder for me to get back on track. So I feel like if I allow myself to go out to eat once in a while and get back on track the next meal, then it's not going to derail my weight loss. And finally, the last goal that I have for this year is to work as hard as I possibly can to reach my weight loss goals. So I know it's not realistic for me to actually reach my goal weight by the end of the year, but I feel like if I work really, really hard, I will at least get closer and closer to my goal. And that way, next year at this time, I won't be where I'm at right now. So I definitely don't want to be at the same weight that I am right now. I don't have any specific amount of weight that I want to lose this year. I just want to make a big dent in my weight loss journey and just not be where I'm at right now. So I know weight loss is hard for a lot of us for various reasons. But the important thing is that you don't give up and you keep going and you just keep believing in yourself and that you can do it. I hope this video has been helpful for some of you, especially those of you that are struggling with getting back on track after the holidays. Just know that you're not alone, and there's so many of us that are struggling with our weight loss journeys. And the most important thing is just to not give up and to keep going. I hope you guys have a great new year, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.